Hey, Thomas here, coming at you full caveman style today for this Acetaps video. So hair's down, beard's going out. Leave a comment if you like it or if you don't like it. And today we're going to be answering the question how to do pull-ups without a pull-up bar. And this one comes from our newsletter from Ifron. I'll pull up the email here. And he asks, hey Tap Brothers, I'm going through your bodyweight muscle mass and strength workout and I'm having a couple of problems. One, I can't do a pull-up right now. And two, how do I train the pull-up if I don't have a pull-up bar? So that's a great question, and I know a lot of you right now are going through the bodyweight muscle mass and strength workout. Some people seeing some awesome results, doubling their push-ups, doubling their pull-ups. So also, if you haven't checked out this workout yet, you can click the link down in the description, pick that up. But we have some links to variations, ways to do bodyweight exercises if you don't have a pull-up bar, but those are pretty much articles or pictures. So this video, I want to give you a video presentation to kind of break down these exercises so you know exactly what to do. These first two alternatives can be done just using a door. So really simple here, just open the door up. Now it's important to wedge the door for these, especially the second one that we're going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for the first one. So that way your door's not moving around, don't risk any injury. So I'm just using a yoga mat here. You can use books, paper, anything like this. In this first one, you want to go barefoot, or at least you want to have good grip with your feet on this one so you don't slip. So take off the socks, and all you need is a simple towel. You can also use a stretch band here, which I'll show in just a second. So what we're going to do is wrap the towel around the door handles here, hold in place, place your feet by the door. What we're going to do is get in a seated position, and we're going to lean back, extend the arms straight, and then using the pull-up motion, or basically a row motion, pull the arms and the chest close to the door here. So lowering, keeping a straight back, keeping the elbows close to the body, squeezing at the top here, and then lowering down. So really good exercise here to develop those pull-ups. Now, if you need to increase this, so if that's too easy for you, what you can do is you can get a longer towel so you have more distance to cover. You can also do a one arm variation. So I'll show you real quick. So one arm, so that way you're just focusing on that one arm. Of course, when you do that, you're going to want to switch and do both. Now, if you have a resistance band or a stretchy band like this, same type of concept using the door handles, but slightly different technique. So instead of having our feet close to the door, because we're not going to be going back, we're using the stretch and the resistance of the band, so we're going to be as far as we can, getting a good stretch in the band here, having the arms straight, back straight, getting a nice seated position, perform that row, not moving the body, just pulling, using the resistance of the band, building that back strength. Okay, the second one is basically, I'd recommend making sure that your door is pretty sturdy. This one's not even that sturdy, but it'll still work for this. And this is key to have that wedge in place. So we're going to get a towel, we're going to throw it over the top of the door here. And this way, we're going to form pull-ups, but using the edge of the door here. So we can hang here. And this is great for mimicking wall climbs too, for parkour. So holding here, pulling straight up, and then lowering down. Great exercise here. An easy solution if you don't have that pull-up bar. Now these next ones, we're going to be using just a simple table, and you can find now, you'll see here we got a bunch of clutter. We're actually moving recently, and I want to show you something real quick because that brought back some old memories, found some old stuff. So these are some old nunchucks we actually built. So I know a lot of us out there like, I don't have any equipment. Well, sometimes you can build your own, even though these are really ghetto. But we were all into Bruce Lee, and we had to make some nunchucks. Jonathan, I think you remember that. So I found those. Oh, then check this out. This old picture, church camp. But yeah, look at us looking nice and jacked. He looks so depressed right there. He's like, doesn't want to be there. It's Jonathan, of course.
I couldn't tell it was me.
Yeah, I guess I can't tell either. Maybe you can tell. So these are called table rows. And what's great about this, first thing though, you want to find a sturdy table. You don't want to hold on to it and have it flip over and just have a huge bail session going on. So what you want to do is find a sturdy table. What's great about this is you can work on different types of grips. So I'm going to show you basically mimicking a chin up, and it's a table row here. So the first progression, because also if you're having trouble getting your first pull-up. These are great for progressing into your first pull-up. So you can have the legs bent, and you're just going to pull up, keeping the back straight, just engaging those back muscles, pulling straight up. Okay, and then to make it more difficult, you can keep the legs straight, performing the same technique. And then to add even more, elevate your feet up with a simple chair and perform the same motion. But make sure to keep those back straight and keep a nice rigid body going up and down. Great exercise to develop that pull-up. Now, again, like I was saying, you can switch positions, going with the overhand grip, same thing. And then for you ninjas out there, you can even work on some levers and work on the core as well, holding out like this. But a lot of pressure on that table. I can hear it shaking on there. All right, this next one is a great one because you don't need any equipment for the first variation. And I'm gonna get Jonathan on here because you haven't seen him this whole entire video. He's been behind the camera.
He's still gonna have the mic on because we have him mic'd.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna demonstrate, and so.
I'll just talk you through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so you can notice I'm keeping it trimmed. I trimmed it from the last video that I did, so it's getting back to where it should be.
Yes.
So fine.
Get in there. Okay, this is called the reverse elbow push-up. So if you see here, Jonathan's gonna lay flat on the ground. He's gonna place his arms as he would, basically like you would for a push-up position. And what you're going to do is press through the elbows, lifting the body up off the ground. And the important thing here is to keep the body rigid. So tighten the core, tighten the glutes. So that way you're just lifting, pushing through the elbows, your body up.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Well, I mean, it's pretty intense. A little more advanced, I would say.
Yeah, definitely more advanced. Yeah, this next one, you're going to take 2 chairs. Same exercise here, but this gives you a little bit more room to play with. You're gonna get 2 chairs, same thing. Elbows are gonna be placed like you would for a push-up position. You're gonna get the body nice and rigid, and then you're going to press through the elbows, pulling up, lowering down, and then continue. This next pull-up variation is ideal if you have wood floors or linoleum. Something slick makes this variation a lot easier. So what we're gonna do, it's called the pull forward. And I actually picked this one up from a YouTuber named Jerome Fitness. Great channel, you can check that out in the description. And the pull forward goes like this. If you have a towel, this helps for adding resistance. Also making this area very slick, especially if you have your shirt off or something. So what we're going to do is lay down flat on the ground. We're gonna place our hands in front of us. Now, it's important that we have our elbows and our arms out to the side here, so that way we can focus on working the back muscles here. What we're going to do is pull forward just using our hands and engaging those back muscles. So great little exercise here. Now, ways we can add resistance or take away resistance. We can add resistance by just putting more of our body laying on the ground. We can take away resistance by taking more of our body off the ground. So for example, if you're laying here, we can lift our legs up, we can lift our chest up, and it takes away resistance here. Another thing I noticed is just taking away the towel with a slick surface, and if you have a t-shirt and some sweatpants, this makes it really slick and easy to move around. I noticed that as well. Now another technique to add resistance is performing a one-arm variation. So we can reach one arm out in front, have the other one for just light assistance, and pull forward. All right, Efron, those are some alternative exercises you can use to get that pull-up or to train the pull-up. Now, if you watch some of these and you're training some of them, make sure to film, share it with us on Instagram, tag us, and we'd love to check it out. Last couple weeks ago, we had a mobility challenge, had some awesome posts there. A lot of people shared with us their videos. If you check it out here, some people even got their ninja mobility squat challenge, which I couldn't even do. So props there. As always, train safe. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.